I'm back for Dusty's ongoing coverage of Fragadelphia 19. I'm with Junior from Blue Jays following an absolutely incredible win over NRG's new roster. So what a great win for you guys, incredibly close game, especially on Dusty who had a real comeback there. How are you feeling coming out of that series?
That's a good win for us as a team. Online, we lost to them like 8 or 9 straight BO3s. So like winning here was pretty important to us, and we get a lot of ERS because like there's not a lot of NA lands. So that was a good big win for us.
And with that, we saw a great performance from you. I think if we sort of turn back the clock to nouns to now, you seem to be in a real purple patch of form as an opera. How are you feeling about your current form, especially in Counter Strike 2, where some operas have struggled?
Honestly, I've been watching a lot of demos to like figure out a lot of like micro plays to get a lot of kills because that's how you have to op in CS2. You can't really like play standard. You have to get like more active, more vocal. And like playing with these guys trust any word I say, so I can call anything no matter what, and they'll listen to me. So that's pretty important for me.
So are you taking a more active role calling then, or like what's your current workload between you and Cryptic?
Cryptic will call like the round starts he wants, and like if anything breaks down or I have an idea, Tony has an idea, then we like chip in there and bounce ideas. So that's how the dynamic works.
So that sounds like a pretty democratic approach to IGLing. How does it differ working with Cryptic compared to some of the other IGLs you worked in the past? Of course, you've worked with a lot of top NA IGLs over the years. Names like Sheikh Zula, Carson, etc. What's that relationship like between you and him, especially with you having a lot more input than perhaps on previous teams?
Yeah, he trusts anything I say basically. He'll call me off sometimes, but like not a lot, and that's pretty important for me. He's a really good player. Cryptic, he has a way to go as an IGL. Like he'll get frustrated and like kind of like get in his own head, which as an IGL that can't happen. And like I play with JT, who's one of the best IGLs, and like I tried at the major, I tried to bring like some ideas for Cryptic after playing with JT, and he has really good aim as an IGL. Usually IGLs are like a hindrance kind of to teams, so like he's not missing the aim part of the game. So I'm just trying to help him like get the Counter-Strike game down.
Now, you mentioned there at the major, we saw you stand in for Complexity for Halzark, who unfortunately was unable to make it due to visa issues. Complexity were ultimately knocked out maybe earlier than some teams were expecting, but how was your experience at that major, as your first major for you in some time?
I love playing with those guys. It was kind of hard to fill Halzark's shoes because he does everything for that team, and I wasn't really sure like how he did it. So I tried my best. We tried, and it just didn't work. But I love playing with those guys. All those guys are my friends, and I cheer for them every game. So yeah.
Did it feel like a good opportunity for you to sort of, give it a second shot on that earlier Complexity roster? Of course, when Complexity came back to Counter-Strike, it was you, JT, Elige, and some of those other guys. Yeah. And so did it feel good to kind of get a reunion with those guys and potentially try to roll back the clock?
Yeah. I love playing with Grim. Like, he's a god talent. He should be a top 20 player this year. I think JT is one of the better IGLs in the world. So like playing with him, you learn a lot fast. So I think having like JT and with CXCI and Nick X will help them improve a lot. It was fun. Like it was a completely different experience from when I played on the team last time. So I didn't take it for granted. I love playing with those guys. I worked my ass off. I had 100+ hours every 2 weeks for like 6 months. So it just didn't work out, and we got eliminated.
Looking at the new member on this team, laxiee, as someone, now that I know that you're someone who has a lot of input in the mid-rounding and sort of the crisis calls, what can you tell me about him as a player, as him as sort of a rifler star in the squad and his addition to the team?
Yeah, like playing him in FPL and Pugs, you can see like this guy has god aim, like the Mongolian way. Like he just deletes. Like we have a joke in the team where wherever there's an AWPer, you send laxiee because he's going to kill him like every round. So yeah, his English isn't the best, but we're still working on that. Like more he plays with us, the more it's going to improve. But yeah, he's like a young kid with god aim, and I think me, Cryptic, and Axe can help him like get the deeper level of the game down, and he'll be a god.
Now, heading into the semifinals, you're going to be playing the winner of Betclic Apogee versus Kalishi, and obviously, being a North American team, there's relatively few opportunities for a team like Blue Jays to face off a European opposition. How are you feeling about that matchup against one of the two Polish squads?
Yeah, the two Polish squads play each other?
Kalishi is playing Betclic right now. I think they're on map 3, yeah.
I heard like one of the team is dead and like one's just here for fun. I don't know. I'm not being disrespectful. Never heard of them, but I know players in the team. So, they're going to be good players. They're from Europe. So they're going to be sound and drilled and like have the game down. So it's not going to be easy. So we have to come and play our A game.
And then finally, Blue Jays, obviously you weren't on Blue Jays back at the start of the year, but they took home the trophy from Philadelphia at the start of the year. Your teammate Freshie, of course, was part of that team that won the trophy. With 2 more wins on the way to potentially get a trophy, how are you feeling about your chances of taking the whole thing home?
Beating Energy was a big step for us. I think we should have closed it out against Fluxy yesterday, but we just didn't have the experience yet to finish like those close rounds. They're a good team. M80 and Fluxy are playing right now, so like the winner of that is like probably going to be the favorite into the final. And yeah, it's not going to be easy for us. We have to come prepared.
And potentially, if you do face M80 in the finals as a fellow NA team that you've played, I'm sure you've played a lot, you've scrimmed a lot against. Do you feel confident you have the tools to take them down as maybe the second best NA team here?
Yeah, we played them in a match a week ago for some qualifier, and we played pretty well. We threw a couple ecos on map 3 that kind of lost us the game. So, I mean, they got a new player in Hex. They have really solid play, a really solid core. So they don't have a lot of practice. We don't have a lot of practice, and it's going to be a good NA game, and hopefully we can, get to them.
All right, that's Junior from Blue Jays making it through the semifinals. Thank you so much for your time.